Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of JoAnna's Point of View, the birthday episode. That should be out right now. And if it's not, do it. It's my birthday today. This is the first birthday that I've had on a Friday in almost a decade. And now it's coming on my 36th birthday, and I'm motherfucking tired. Why would my first birthday in 10 years be the 36th birthday? To me, that's kind of bullshit. Because at 36, I'm like, I'm tired. Everybody's like, what you want to do for your birthday? We going clubbing. I'm like, why? Well, we gonna go take some shots for what? Like, why do we have to leave the house? Or my bed? Oh. Anyway, so it's my birthday, and I will say this. 36 has never looked so good. 26, I was almost 300 pounds. So at 36, she's under 200 pounds. She's cute. She got a little bit more energy. Just a little bit. And I feel great. But has anybody noticed that when those ages start running up a little bit, have you noticed a change in your sex drive? No, just me? Well, it's fucked up. It really is. Because now I'm like, my sex drive is motivated by just the weirdest things now. Like, a man with a job and his own car and his own place to live. That's just his. Not he's staying with his baby mom or he's staying with relatives. Like those kind of things have me be like, oh, he can get it. But there's none of that around. So my sex drive is now in menopause. That's some bullshit. I am 36 years old today. And my sex drive is already on like menopause. Like I'm gonna call it mini pause. I'm going through mini pause. Cause until I find somebody that's worth it, that can make my juices flow and make me perk up like, oh, he's stable. That's sexy. Like stability right now is my new, he can get it. Like I really don't even care what he working with. His stability, that's gonna make me be like, oh, he can get it. But in saying that, I've also chosen to be single for all of 2021. Because I'm 36 years old today. And turning 36 made me realize that for 35 years, my picker has been broken. You know what the picker is, right? That's who you pick to be in relationships and to sleep with and to procreate with. My picker has been fucked up for 35 years. So I feel like now that we're going into menopause and going into 36 where I'm so much more mature, but I look so goddamn good, I think I've chosen just to be single because I need to get to know me more. You know what I mean? Like when you know yourself a little bit more, you can kind of choose your partner better. And I don't really think I've gotten a chance to know myself because I've been fighting with everybody for 35 years. Everybody in my family, I've been fighting with them for 35 years. I don't know who the fuck I am if my back is not against the wall and I'm swinging my way out. I don't know who the fuck I am if I'm not in defense mode. So, 2021 for me is going to be a journey to enlightenment, self-enlightenment. I need to get back in touch with who the fuck JoAnna is. And y'all are gonna get to go along for the ride, so yay you. But I feel like it's necessary because I spent so much time in 35 years trying to be liked, just like me, that I don't know who me is. At 36, I'm gonna goddamn find out. And I'm gonna love her, and I'm gonna nurture her, and I'm gonna make sure she knows that she's amazing. And black girl magic is running all through every atom of her body. Cause I feel like I need to get in touch with that in order to pass that lesson along to my daughter, who is now 16. Let me talk about that, y'all. So she's growing up. My little precious itty bitty baby is growing up. Y'all have to understand. She was like my broke best friend from day one. Like, this is a little girl who she never wanted to go to sleep by herself if I was in the house with her. It was always, Mama, can I hold you? Not can you hold me. Not can you lay down with me and hold me until I fall asleep. But, Mama, can I hold you? And now this little itty bitty precious baby that I gave birth to 16 years ago is now a pre-adult, basically. She's studying to take her driving test. She's saving up to get her to get all of her accessories for her car, because her dad's supposed to be getting her a car. She's looking for jobs now, because one thing I did do right was instill a sense of responsibility, and ain't nobody gonna give you shit. So you gotta get out there and get it. I've instilled that in her. So she was putting out applications to be placed around here days before she turned 16, right? And a part of me is like, no, slow down. You don't have to go so fast. Like, just be my little baby. And then another part of me is like, you better go get it, girl. Like, I see that you are preparing to take over the world, or at least your piece of it, and I'm proud of you. And then there's another piece of me that's like, feeling old. Feeling old. Because my baby is almost an adult now. My baby is filling out applications for colleges and is looking forward to a big and bright future. And then another thing that I get overcome, that overwhelms me, is how afraid I am for my baby. Because, I mean, I talked about Mario on here a lot, so y'all know that she's quirky. That's the best word I can use to describe her. She's quirky. Book-wise, she's like damn near spot on. She's a freaking mini genius, just like her mother. But I'm afraid of her meeting the real world, because I don't think she quite understands yet that the world is not like the little 25 square foot town she's, growing up in. It worries me. It worries me. So now I'm trying to figure out ways to add some real world training into her life. Like, okay, listen, you want to get a job? You want to do all of these things, but can you maintain all of these things? You got to make sure that your schoolwork stays up. You got to make sure that your housework stays up. You got to make sure that, your brother is good, because she has to help him, with his schoolwork. You have a lot of responsibilities, and you want to add a job? Okay. I'm willing to see how the fuck it's going to go. And when it gets overwhelming, we're going to see which things that you decide to put on the back burner, because y'all know she's an artist. Oh, she's a serious artist. So I want to see how she's going to balance all of this with everything that she wants to do at 16. But I'm gonna let her do it. Because that's what mama birds do. We give them a chance to jump out their nest. We're gonna see if she got wings though. We're gonna see. Now, I talked about my family issues on this channel so much I'm green in the face. Y'all like that, didn't you? So much that I'm damn near green in the face. I talked about my familial issues. Bottom line, I don't have much family. I really feel like I don't have much family left. And I have to be honest, y'all. It is such a liberating feeling. My family is petty. Like, if one person has an issue with you, they will gang up against you. And it's just the way it is. I've seen it happen my entire life with my sisters and my cousins. If one person has an issue with you, the family takes issue with you. So I feel like, me and my kids are out here on an island. But we rocking the shit out this island. Like, I miss certain members of my family. But to be honest, I don't miss a lot of them. I just don't. I have sisters that I have fought with my entire life. It's always a battle of who's bigger, who's badder. Why? Like, why? And even if the issue is not directly with that member, it's still like a pack mentality. And me and my children have broken away from the pack, and I'm actually freaking happy because it's so much more peaceful on this small island that we have created. It's so much more peaceful. But I can say that I was missing one very important person, and that's my sister. And me and her didn't speak for a long time. I mean, a long time. Because it's something that I said in one of these videos. And the way that I was feeling in that video was valid. I was really feeling that way. But what I did not take into consideration was the fact that as long as these particular circumstances were going on between she and I never told her that it was a problem. When I finally realized that, when she and I got a chance to talk and, to kind of be able to air some of our grievances, and she told me, it hurt me so much because you had never told me that it was a problem. You had been letting me do this for years, and you never said, this is a problem for me. And once I realized that, I felt so bad about the way I was feeling. Because even though it was valid, I was really mad at the wrong person. I should have been mad at myself because I had never verbalized to her that this is a problem for me. So if someone continues to do something to you that you've never told them is an issue, who's right and wrong? And I had to eat that. And I had to apologize to my sister and tell her, I'm so sorry, because you're right. I never told you this was an issue. I have been letting you do it for years, but I never told you it was a problem for me. So my way of doing the video back then and talking about the issue, in my mind, was a benign way to state that I have a problem with what you're doing, and to do it kind of anonymously so that, the bullet wouldn't penetrate as hard. But regardless, it did, because you never told me this was a problem, and you never said my name, but you kind of blasted me on your video, and you never told me it was a fucking problem. So I want to say to her, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And you're right. You are absolutely right. And I understand that that's been a problem for me for years. I get mad and I hold grudges and I hold shit inside until it implodes. And it implodes on people or towards people who were wronging me, but never knew that I didn't like it. So whenever we had that conversation, I got that realization at 35, because I was still 35 then. Boom, mind your business. I got that realization finally at 35 that you can't keep walking around holding grudges against motherfuckers if you don't tell them that the shit they doing to you is a problem. You cut off a lot of people for doing something to you that they never knew was an issue. So now I have to go back and think about the very few people that I miss having in my life, and see if there was a conversation that needed to be had for me to say, I don't like this, and I would like to have you back in my life if we can fix this. There's not many of them, but I'm going back to the drawing board. So I'm really, y'all know I've said, talked about doing the work on this channel a lot. So now I'm going back and I'm thinking about a few people that I may have cut off prematurely because of things that I felt like doing to me that they might not have known I wasn't cool with. There's very few, because I honestly don't want a lot of people in my life. Y'all, I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. I don't like listening to nobody else's problems, nor do I like talking about mine. So I'm really not a people person. You know what I mean? That's a trait of mine that died a long time ago. But the few people that I do miss having in my life, I feel like there's a conversation. Oh, so maybe we can rebuild some of it. It's my birthday, so wishful thinking, blowing that candle. But even if not, I'm telling y'all, my island of 3, we strong as fuck. We're going to be all right. And I thank you guys for tuning in for my birthday episode. I will see you guys next week with another episode of JoAnna's Point of View. I know it's been 2 weeks since my last video, and y'all please understand that it was nothing personal towards you guys or anything. With the holidays and everything and trying to get situated, I just didn't have time. But I'm back, so there will be another episode next week. So I hope y'all tune in. And thanks for checking out JoAnna's Point of View. I holla.